Welcome to Sabrina's Fit and Fab Over 50. Today I wanted to discuss the serious subject of heart disease and stroke. I want to outline steps to help you prevent these silent killers. Heart disease is our nation's #1 killer. The gradual clogging, hardening, and damage done to the interior walls of our blood vessels are the primary cause of heart attacks and strokes. Stroke is the third leading cause of death in the United States. Stroke occurs when the blood flow to your brain is blocked or when blood vessels in your brain burst and bleed into your brain. Not a pleasant thought. Your risk of having a stroke increases with age, and the odds of having a stroke double for each decade after age 55. Like heart attacks, strokes often occur suddenly. The good news is there are steps you can take to prevent your chances of having a heart attack or stroke. The first at the top of my list is don't smoke. I recently lost my father to small cell lung cancer, and both my parents smoked abundantly when I was a child. I know it was no easy task to quit. The nicotine is as addictive as heroin, and I've heard even harder to give up. The good news, both quit while they were in their 30s once the news was out about the dangers. If you currently smoke, I want you to reach out and get help from a support group. Try to picture yourself unable to tell someone you love them because you are gasping for air. The one regret my father told me he had in his last week of life is that he wished he had never smoked. The next factor to help prevent heart disease and stroke is to reduce your high blood pressure. For every 10-point increase in systolic blood pressure, the top number, your risk of stroke increases. We know one of the best ways to reduce blood pressure is to exercise and lose weight. Dietary changes must be implemented, moving away from processed, refined foods high in sugar and salt to an abundance of complex carbohydrates, rich in fiber and nutrients in what I call Mother Nature's packaging. These include mostly fruits, vegetables, seeds and nuts, legumes, and whole grains. Even too much animal protein in the diet has been linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, as outlined in Dr. Joel Fuhrman's book, Eat to Live. Maintaining a healthy diet is crucial. Feeding the cells the essential nutrients they crave helps reduce inflammation throughout the body in the largest organ we have, our endothelium, which is the lining of all of our blood vessels. If we took out all of our blood vessels and laid them flat, they would take up the size of 2 tennis courts. What you eat directly affects your insides. I love Dr. Bill Sears' sticky stuff theory. The less sticky stuff you put into your body, such as muffins, cakes, pies, sweets, greasy fast foods, and processed foods, the less you are clogging up and inflaming the interior tissues of your body, and as a result, less disease. Just imagine the sticky stuff adhering to your joints causing arthritis, adhering to your blood vessels causing plaque buildup, and even adhering to your skin's collagen fibers causing wrinkling. When the doctor recommends exercising every day, don't panic and think you need to slave hours at the muscle gym. Find something that inspires you and makes you excited to be alive. This could be as simple as having the strength to lift your granddaughter high into the air without pain in your back. How will you do this? By lifting free weights several times a week to strengthen your back with the guidance of a trainer. When you are working on your program alone, picture the look of joy on your granddaughter's face and know your back won't be hurting later because of your Pilates or yoga class you've been taking twice a week. I purposely put my trash bin in the kitchen, away from my office, so I have to get up and throw away papers several times during office time to stretch my legs. Here's an exercise you can do with me right now to strengthen your largest muscles of your legs, which include your glutes and quadriceps. At the same time, this exercise will elevate your heart rate and get the blood pumping. It is a simple squat. Standing tall, feet hip-width apart and your navel pulled into your spine, bend your knees as you slowly lower your backside towards the wall behind you. Make sure not to let your glutes drop lower than your knees, or let your knees right over your toes. Imagine yourself sitting back in a chair, or imagine yourself having to use the restroom at a rest stop. Your form will more likely be better with this visual, as you don't want to miss the imaginary porcelain target. The reason why I get so excited about this stuff is physical activity maximizes your fat loss while keeping valuable muscle mass. But what I love most of all is that exercise has many other health and longevity benefits. It can help and prevent the conditions of heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure. How? Regular activity strengthens your heart muscle, lowers blood pressure, increases your good or HDL cholesterol, lowers your bad or LDL cholesterol, enhances blood flow, and helps your heart function more efficiently. It also increases the number and size of your working capillaries in your body. But if you don't schedule it, it won't happen. Even for myself, as a busy trainer, I must allot my time each day to exercise, or it's going to fall by the wayside. One of my biggest reasons for staying connected to teaching classes at the gym, despite my packed private studio schedule, is to keep moving myself as well as to inspire others. Researchers have found that being active reduces your risk of having and dying from a stroke. According to a study published in the journal Stroke, moderately active study participants had 20% less risk of stroke than inactive participants. So the message is this: get moving, find what inspires you, and fuel your body with smart choices. Your grandmother did have it right. Eat your veggies. Have a fantastic day, and I hope I've inspired you to make the lifestyle changes necessary to reduce your risk of heart disease and stroke.